What's good? What's good? This is Holy Warrior Yancey. Let's get into it. Brothers, we really got to get it together. We really do. I said this oftentimes. I mean, as a black man, sometimes I don't even feel welcome on God's green earth. And this is what I mean. And again, I said this before plenty of times, and I know I'm not the only one that feels this way. I can walk down my own neighborhood at night and get robbed and killed by a fellow brother for no reason whatsoever. And it's funny how brothers do that. It's funny how the self hate works and how rather than be mad at those that oppressed us, we backlash at each other. Also, continuing on from what I was saying, I can also walk down a suburban neighborhood at night, and for no reason whatsoever, people are looking out the windows, feeling like I don't belong there. Regardless if I'm doing anything, I just be walking down the street. I could be staying with a friend over there for what they know, but cops get called on me, and I'm in trouble there. And it's just crazy, even how our sisters have a valid reason to be angry, but you got to remember, man, it's our dysfunctional culture here in America. But sisters, man, they really know how to tear a brother down. They really know how to use that system against us. They really know how to run the master and get a brother in trouble. You know, just trying to belittle us. Trying to prove that they more men than we are. But I digress. Brothers, we gotta wake up. We gotta do what's right. One thing we need to really do, we need to love ourselves. We have to love ourselves. We have to get with God. We have to get in the Word. We have to be men of righteousness. We have to be men of purpose. Brothers, our neighborhoods, they are not war zones. Your fellow brother is not your enemy. We gotta fully understand this. Brothers, we aren't to tear down. We're tearing down our neighborhoods. We're selling drugs to our people. We're littering the grounds. Men, you need to hold it down. Men, there's a lot of brothers out here that are selfish, man. That's caught up in these video games, don't want to grow up, caught up in wanting to do them and not doing for their women and their children, and that's wrong. Brothers, we got to stop destroying. We got to stop terrorizing each other. We have to be men who build and not destroy. We have to hold down our women and our children. We have to be wise. Brothers, you need to stick together. Because at the end of the day, we're all we have. I look at the injustice that happens to us. Unarmed black man gets gunned down. Police protected. Even though the cop is dead wrong, his fellow white people, they started a GoFundMe page for him to help with the lawyer and whatever's left. He can live off after he loses his job. White people, they got a creed of, I know this person, I know that person, you're going to be all right. And they look after each other, and that's what we need to do. You need to wake up to the big picture. But one of the first things we got to deal with before we can even Fight the good fight, man. We got to acknowledge the sickness that's within us. You know, this culture we have over here is one of dysfunction and it's full of self hate, and it really needs to stop. That crab in the barrel mentality, you know, it pollutes us all as black people, and it really needs to be addressed. Us glorifying in ignorance too needs to stop. Indeed, we turn the N word to a word of endearment, but still, it's a word of disrespect, and we can't even deny that. Our people proudly call each other nigga, and women, you know, they call each other bees and all this other stuff, man. And also, man, hip hop. Hip hop in the beginning had a righteous message. You know, I don't know what happened. Brothers sold out, you know, for the money. You know, went to the Jews, went to the white man, and they said it had to be street. You got to build your street cred and all this other mess, man. And it's one thing to report the negativity, but when you glorifying it, man, it's a problem. It's the difference between boys in the hood and menace to society. You gotta think, boys in the hood, they kind of highlight the drama that goes on in the hood. You know, it brought to light the struggle. It brought to light, you know, gangs, you know, absent fathers, a father trying his best in spite of. You know, it really brought the reality of black America to the forefront. And then again, you have Menace to Society, which actually glorified the negativity. You know? It glorified the madness, the destruction of our people, the mindset of stupidity and self-hate and self-destruction. It displayed it in such a way that it glorified it. You know? It's a difference. But let me not be all over the place. But brothers, we really have to wake up. We really do. And we have to start with ourselves. First things first, you know. You gotta realize that men build, not destroy. The only thing that men are destroying, or man should destroy, are things that are negative. A man should destroy that negative way of thinking. A man should destroy, you know, generational sins and curses that messed up his family, you know. A man should destroy the negative things that are corrupting his neighborhood and his people. Those are the things that we need to destroy. But real men build. They build their legacy. They build their future. They find a good woman, make an honest woman out of her, marry her and start a family, build a family. You know, we got to get back to building and not destroying. There's too many of us brothers out here terrorizing our own neighborhoods, making our neighborhood a worse place to live in, and it needs to stop. Brothers, we have to be men who build. We have to know what real manhood is. And real manhood ain't about this macho BS that Western, you know, society teaches us, you know. And your manhood can't be found in a woman's lap. Your manhood is in being productive and in being righteous and being for something. Standing for something strong. Standing for something worthwhile. Not something that's just about you, but something that'll better your people, something that better your family. Brothers, you gotta get a hold of what true manhood is. True manhood is handling your business, is being a man, you know, being a sacrificial type of person, saying that it's not about you, it's about your family, it's about your people, you know. Being a man is about handling your responsibilities, taking care of your children, taking care of your woman, taking pride in the way your community looks. Brothers, we gotta get it together. And all this looking up to athletes and rappers, I'm not knocking, but brothers, we need to think globally, you know, we need to think nationally, you know what I mean? We gotta get ourselves together. We need brothers to become cops. We need brothers to become lawyers. We need brothers to become judges. All that. Brothers need to infiltrate everything around them. It's funny how in these black communities, there's mostly white cops, and these white cops don't care nothing about our people. They work looking for action in the black community. They think we're all scum just about. We need more black cops. In black areas, we need more black lawyers, whether they're public defenders or whatever. Man, we need black judges. Man, we need people that respect our humanity. Because one thing that's true about white people, and Lord forgive me for this, and I'm not a racist, I'm just calling it how it is. A lot of times white people don't respect nobody else's humanity but their own. We have to really get ourselves together. We don't got time to be caught up in Madden. We don't got time to be caught up in 2K. We ain't got time to be caught up with these lyrics of death. And it's crazy, man, how these negative rap lyrics got the minds of our brothers, man. Sitting there and bobbing your head to lyrics of murder and drug use. It's crazy, man. We gotta rise up. It's like black men are the laughing stock amongst men. You know? How come Asian men and Spanish men and whoever else, you know what I mean, they come to America and they do great and they doing things and they living better than most of us. Don't get me wrong, we got famous black people, but when it comes to a majority of brothers locked down or living in poverty, man, we got to be about education. We got to be about business, man. We can't get caught up in this stupid stuff. And another thing is we got to realize, too, a lot of our downfalls all are a result of our own people that sold us out. You started back from slavery. You know what I mean? It was other Africans that sold to the white man, and there was other Africans that helped the white man put those Africans in them ships. When you think about, you know, how Martin Luther King and Malcolm X fell, I'm pretty sure the CIA or FBI or whatever had black people, you know, pull them to the side, pull other black people to the side they had caught to bring them down. Brothers, we really got to get it together. We really got to be about righteousness. We really got to get right with God. We really got to get our homes in order. This isn't a joke. Man, our future is in jeopardy. It really is. The minds of our young people are gone. If we don't stand up and do something, man, Trouble is really going to overtake our people, man. Brothers, we need you to be empowered. One thing, and I have to be honest about this, and I'm not saying all, but brothers, we really need you empowered. Now, one thing is true. The white man does seem to hire black women over us because the white men don't want to deal with us. And this feminine thing, which, I'm all for women doing their thing and not being oppressed, don't get me wrong. But a lot of the sisters that are caught up in feminism, man, and they get in power, they empower other women, and they're not going to empower the brothers. But whereas though a brother's in power, he's going to empower everybody. So brothers, we really need you in power. We really need you. And it is what it is. And that's how it is in the business world. And that's how it is in churches. I'm sorry. I mean, it is what it is. And I'm saying that there aren't women that are woke to, the big picture. Because there's a lot of women woke to the big pictures. But a lot of that mess, man, it's crazy, man. This feminist thing in black women truly is going to bring a whole lot of damage to our people because they fail to see the big picture. Because truth be told, when it comes to oppression, that's the white man. When it comes to unfair wages, that's the white man. When it comes to, anything negative, basically. But let me think. Like I said, when it comes to unfair pay, it's a white man. When it comes to sexism on the job, that's the white man. A lot of this stuff that's going on right now because of the white man. People don't get paid. Let's say black man, white man, same education. Same qualifications they meet. White man's going to get more. Who's behind that? The white man. Or a woman. Her and the man have the same qualifications, have the same degrees and everything else. Going to get the man more. Who is that? That's the white man. But black feminists hate brothers, and brothers have no power. We're going to have to come together as a people. I look back in the 60s where black men and black women came together. And when they came together and they boycotted things and marched, they made a difference. They brought about change. But the evils of white supremacy came up with all types of things to separate the black man and black woman and to put our family at disarray. It's deep. This thing of white supremacy is evil, and we can't afford to be fighting each other. So, in so many words, brothers, you have to wake up. You have to wake up and do right. It's going to take a man to be right so our women and our children can be right. We have to come together and wake up from this madness and this dysfunction and all this dysfunction in our culture over here in America, for real. And I'm so sorry. I know I'm going here, I'm going there. I'm just speaking from the heart. But brothers, we got to wake up. We got to do what's right. We got to do what we have to do. We have to be entrepreneurs. We have to be great fathers. We have to be great husbands. We have to be men who build and not destroy. The only thing we should be destroying is things that are negative. Brothers, wake up. And I'm going to leave it there. This is Holy Warrior Yancey, and this is Black Men's Forum.